Everyone, and thank you, Jessica, for the introduction. My name is Morel Raza, and I graduated from USC Gould School of Law 3 weeks ago. I am currently waist deep in my bar studying, and today was real property, so I'm sure you all can understand this is a welcome break from that. Beyond the bar study break, it really is such a pleasure to be here virtually with all of you tonight and tell you about how WLALA has shaped my journey throughout law school. Prior to law school, I was an advocate at the San Francisco District Attorney's Office, focusing in sexual assault and human trafficking crimes. It was during my time there that I found a love for the law, for trial work, and for advocating. And I knew that I liked criminal law, but when I entered law school, I promised myself I wouldn't pigeonhole myself to that right off the bat. So I went to every lunchtime event that we had at the school to teach me about different kinds of law that I could potentially practice. And admittedly, I was trying to benefit from those free lunches because remember, I'm a broke law student. Towards the end of my first semester, there was an event that got sent out from our career services, and it was at a downtown Los Angeles office, and the panel was called Women in Government. And from the flyer, I could see that there were going to be federal public defenders there, LADAs, judges, and most of whom were women of color. And it was just the panel I had been waiting for. I hadn't seen anything like that thus far that semester. My roommates thought I was insane for wanting to go because it was a couple days before 1L finals started. But I got in an Uber, and on my way there, I had every thought imaginable in terms of second guessing myself about whether this was a good idea. But in hindsight, my choice to attend the event that night was one of the best decisions that I made in law school for 3 reasons I'd like to share with all of you: support, inspiration, and financial aid. It turns out the event was put on by WLALA. The panelists and conversations were incredible, they were candid, and I learned so much. And as cheesy as it sounds, I really did have this moment of thinking, this is exactly the kind of law I want to do and the kind of women I want to be surrounded by. And right off of the bat, I gained really incredible mentors. Jessica was a panelist who I believe also planned the event, so wearing many hats from the moment I met her. And the minute she found out I was a student, she came up to me, and she was everything that a law student in a room full of what I at the time deemed intimidating lawyers would want. She was kind, welcoming, and she asked if there was anything she could do to help me or other USC students. Another panelist from that night invited me to lunch, and she continues to check in with me to this day, connecting me with other mentors and even soon to be law students so that I can pay it forward. I was also told at this event that students could become WLALA members for free, which I have taken full advantage of over the past 3 years. I've been able to attend events, speak on panels. We've partnered with WLALA to put on panels at USC and partner with other law schools. And there's so much support that I have benefited from, but that I've also seen my peers around Los Angeles, regardless of the law school that they go to, benefit from. Fast forward a few months after the panel, I applied to both the WLALA Tuition Scholarship and the Fran Kandel Public Interest Fellowship. For the Public Interest Fellowship application, we had to propose a project that would help the greater Los Angeles area. My project partnered with a local elementary school that had majority monolingual speaking Spanish parents and aimed to teach them about cyber safety for their children. I actually wasn't named as a fellow, but I was really passionate about the project, and I ended up continuing the work with the school. I gave a presentation, and the project ended up expanding. With the help of many friends who are fluent in various languages, the cybersecurity pamphlet now exists in 8 languages and has been used in schools and victim services units across California. I tell you this to say that despite not being awarded the fellowship, I was so grateful to WLALA for giving me the chance, amidst the chaos of 1L, for the opportunity to sit down, remind myself why I was in law school, and to critically think about how to incorporate community building, my expertise, and my passion for violence prevention into one project where I saw a need. I've discussed the support and the mentorship WLALA has given me, and I've discussed how WLALA has inspired me to create a project that is very dear to my heart. Now I want to discuss the other major way WLALA has impacted my law school journey, and that is financial aid. Despite not being awarded the fellowship, a couple of months later, I was named as a WLALA scholarship recipient. I have a lot of passion and drive, but my education at one of the best law schools in the country and one of the most expensive would not be possible without financial aid opportunities like the WLALA scholarship. As a first-generation law student who's self-paying, every dollar of financial aid has helped me get through my courses, pay my rent, buy my first suit for my first job. And because WLALA's tuition scholarship immediately reduced the amount of federal loans I had to take out, it lessened the burden of repayment as I look towards a career in public interest. And it's due to this financial support that I'm able to fulfill my dreams and join the California Department of Justice postgraduate as an Attorney General Honors Program candidate. I am so grateful to have WLALA in my corner as I begin this next step of my journey. And I'm not alone. 15 WLALA scholarships have been given out over the past 5 years to amazing recipients set on making change for the better. And if these women are a reflection of the kind of lawyers WLALA is inspiring and aiding and supporting, I have no doubt that the Los Angeles legal community has a very bright future ahead. I hope you all enjoy the tasting tonight, and I encourage you to support WLALA Foundation so that other students like myself can continue to pursue their dreams. Thank you for having me.